Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh Shemel Shai by Shem Kakodah Shalom to the hopefully elect out there. Let me make this quick. I'm going to entitle this video, The Most High is taking these hoes out. The Most High is taking these hoes out. Anyway, this is a video I came across entitled 7 Female Porn Stars Who Have Died. And this is like a random. I just clicked on anything. But anyway, I was watching up to the point, these different, as you can see in the box below, to your left, the left of the screen. All these women died of either they died of drug overdose, they died of asthma. A lot of them died of asthma attack. I guess that's all that sperm that they be swallowing. Or they died by well, this right here is suicide by asphyxiation, meaning what they do in Hollywood, they and this happened to a lot of stars that tell you they committed suicide. No, what they do is they what they do is they'll sit down in a chair, they'll put it like a noose around their neck, and they'll choke the chicken, and they'll choke their neck to get that feeling of euphoria. That's what they do in Harlem, in Hollywood. The first person that was recorded to do it on the news was David Carradine, Quiet Chain Kane. And they said that's how he died. But then there were other actors, comedians, celebrities that did the same thing. So they said, well, wait a minute, we can't say that no more, because it's like, if we tell the truth, it's like that's a big trend. This is the way these people are committing suicide. And in this case, suicide by asphyxiation, meaning she was trying to get off with a noose around her neck, and she was pleasuring herself. And when she climaxed, you get that choke. But if nobody's there to help you, sometimes you choke to death. So, because it says suicide, she killed herself. How the hell you gonna choke yourself? She was getting off. Died at the age of 30. All right. Now, so she died of asphyxiation. This one died of suicide by drug overdose, meaning she was on drugs, and she said, I'm gonna take so many drugs till it kills me. So she wanted to die by drug overdose, accidental drug overdose, murder by gunshot, and I bet it was in the face too. And what does that go into? She'll be a porn star, but she'll have a boyfriend. I got a boyfriend, but my job is I deal with other Jakes, or other men, mostly Jake. Accidental drug overdose. They're all fucked up in their head. Stabbed to death, murdered. Now, what do you think that was all about? She was doing a little. That's my job. I don't care. I don't love these guys. That's my job, honey. I love you. So the guy couldn't take it no more, and he said, "Fuck this, man. I'm gonna kill this bitch." Drug overdose, asthma attack, and you know where that's from. All that white liquidy substance is all up in her lungs, man. Beaten and stabbed. That's called a crime of passion. So you're gonna be a hoe, be a hoe all the way. Don't be you a hoe. That's your job, being a hoe. But then you're Sally housewife when you come home. No, men ain't feeling that, man. They ain't feeling that shit. Okay, she died by a car accident. Suicide by hanging. She hung herself, so she was real depressed. You should watch the video. She should have watched the video by General Danyalaga called Bouts of Depression. Unknown. We don't know how this bitch died. Accidental drug overdose. Wait a minute. Car accident. Pancreatic cancer. And that's complication from diabetes. Died at age 54. Damn. She must have been, she was dealing with some Latin dude and pushed from a first floor window. Some Latin dude that probably did that. That was a man, a boyfriend. She trying to be Sally housewife and a hoe at the same time. Well, that's just a job. I don't love these guys. This is just a job. Drug overdose. It's crazy. Murdered with a hammer. That doesn't mean that a spirit jumped on the hammer and just beat it to death. It was a man behind, that, like I said, you can't be a hoe. You can't be a hoe and a housewife at the same time. You can't work with your legs, your legs up, or you're on your knees, or I'm not gonna go into detail. All day you're doing that, and then you come home. Your husband really don't. You keep reaffirming him. I don't love these guys. I don't have no feelings. It's fake. So this guy's all fucked up. So he just lost it. He grabbed the first thing he can find and murdered with a hammer. Liver failure, because they don't take care of themselves. Liver failure. What kind of shit is this? Drug overdose. Hit by a car, but it was a husband that hit her. A man that hit her. Bitch, motherfucker, I'm dying. What are you doing, honey? What are you doing? Boom, boom, boom. Back up. Boom. Suicide. Suicide by gunshot. Goddamn, bitch. These are all Edomites. Suicide. Hey, it's going to be a good thing for these Edomite women in the kingdom. They're going to get saved. They're going to be all right. These Edomite women, see, they're not into their man no more, man. They want Jake. See, Esau, the Edomite men are killing off their own women. And a lot of times they do it because these women be dealing with Jake men. Accidental drug overdose. Accidental drug overdose. Let's see. Either this one, she got of a car accident, got beat up by a hammer, got shot up, got thrown off a roof, died of pancreas, pancreatitis, whatever, died of asthma or heart attack, or maybe she just killed herself. Beaten to death. Who you think beat it? Who's this guy beating all these hoes to death? It's those men. It's those men. She came, how you doing, honey? Bam, boom, bam, boom, boom. What are you doing, baby? What are you doing, baby? Bam, boom, boom, bam, boom. Blood all over the place. Breast cancer. Asthma attack. We know where that's from. Seizure. You know where that's from. Suicide by drug overdose. And I guess she liked to play the little young schoolgirl, fantasy thing. So she she said, I'm gonna do drugs until I drop dead. Drug overdose, suicide. I hate to be the one you commit suicide to. Suicide by drug. Look at her. She's all fucked. You can see she's fucked up. you can see her fucking mind is gone. You can see them fake ass titties, built like a rail, face all beat up. She said, "Fuck this, man. I'm ending it. I can't deal with this shit no more. I can't deal with this shit no more." Suspected overdose. They're all Edomite women. They try to pull on the heartstrings. Always remember, these women were someone's daughter. They were people just like the rest of us, but they chose to work in this type of industry. Suicide by drug overdose, suicide by gunshot, sudden illness, probably AIDS, suicide, possibly murdered, suicide by gunshot. See, the Edomite women in the kingdom, they're not going to be committing suicide. They're going to be somewhat happy in the kingdom, the pretty ones. All right? Drug overdose, suicide. They're probably going to take this video down. Cancer, unknown, drug overdose, murdered by gunshot. As a black woman, she probably dealing with some white boy. Like, I can't take it no more, bitch. I can't take it no more. You tell me that you love me, but you really don't. Baby, calm down. Fuck calming down. Bam. One more step. Blam. Drug overdose. Sepsis from a urinary tract infection. All them mushroom tips up in you. Drug overdose. None of these hoes die of natural causes. Crohn's disease, breast cancer, accidental suicide by gunshot, suicide by gunshot. And women don't take themselves that way. They were suicided, died in her sleep. You Edomite woman, you're not happy in your own kingdom. You're not happy. Suicide by hanging. Died in her sleep. Hey, so anyway, let me the part where the certain ones got killed by being beat up by a hammer, shot in the face, murdered, stabbed up several times. Well, that's their man. She's trying to convince the man that no, I don't love these guys. I love you, honey. This is just a job. Proverbs 6:32, it says, "But whosoever committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding. He that doeth it destroyeth his own soul. A wound and dishonor shall he get, and his reproach shall not be wiped away. For jealousy is the rage of a man, therefore he will not spare in the day of vengeance." When he goes to get the woman and the man, or the woman and the man, he will not regard any ransom, any money, neither will he rest content, though thou giveth many gifts. Because these women make big money. They'll come home, they'll do a day on the job, and they'll come home with like, $10,000, $15,000. So they're living good. And look, you're talking about it inside of a week. Let's say they do 5 days. They hitting maybe $150,000, $250,000, man. Anyway, with that, I'm gonna say shalom.